This how you know if you've been colonized or not. If you have cultures, traditions, holidays that don't benefit you, you've been colonized. Now, some of the things that'd be detrimental to society for marriage is the parasitic nature that some societal institutions have over marriage. They will define it and use it and propagate it in a way to where it's beneficial to them to act as a parasite over the society. My spiritual leader, teacher, and guide taught me that marriage is not just saying I do and moving on from there and like, okay, now y'all married. Marriage is the oneness between male and female. So unless you're already one completely 100%, you're not married. If you're not 100% one yet, which I can guarantee you nobody watching this video right now or will watch this video in the future is completely one. I'm gonna put it somewhere right here. Y'all see this screenshot? It say 1,000,000 of y'all not subscribed and this many of y'all is subscribed. Let's change that number, y'all. We finna share some good information in this video. If you like the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Bam, let's hop straight into it. Now, welcome to the Don't Be a Viking podcast, where we talk about different topics that improve our marriage or relationships. We know marriage is the foundation of a family, and family is the foundation of a nation. Bam, let's get into it. Today, we're going to talk about marriage itself. It's a cat in my backyard. That low-key just scared the hell out of me. I'm like, what do I see at the side of my eye? And it's a black cat. Ain't that bad? Look, they're just limping. It's a little spicy out here, though, so let's go and get into it. Now, today you see we're in a new scenery, new scene. I was going to already come out here, ground, meditate, pray, get some good stretches in, get my body going today before I go to work. And I'm like, while I'm out here, might as well get some good content in. So, like I said, we're going to talk about marriage today. Now, on the topic of marriage, I thought different ways on it previously. At first, I really didn't give it much thought, like most of us. Then when I started to look at it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to get married legally, but I'm going to still do the cultural stuff. Like, I'm going to still have a big get together, all the family come together, have some good music, good food. We're going to still do the ring, I do, vows, all that. Like, we're going to still do that, but I ain't going to the court and getting it legalized. I'm going to get into that thinking in a second. But now, after learning more on it, I'm like, you know what? I am still going to get married legally. Now, I say that to say, no matter what side of the fence you on when it comes to that, I didn't not only considered, but looked into and agreed to both sides of it at one point in time. So, this video for everybody, no matter what side of the fence you on when it comes to if you're going to get it legalized by the court or not. Now, the reason I wasn't going to get it legalized by the court, let me go and start stretching. The reason I wasn't going to get it legalized by the court is because on my mama, I'm swimming in this clip. I'm like, why would I go to the same people who made it illegal for my people to get married? Why would I go to y'all for validation on my marriage? To solidify my marriage, I have to go through y'all? That don't make sense. We done seen time and time again. Y'all don't even got the best interest for me and my people. So I need y'all to validate my love I have for my partner. Unless I go through y'all, I don't love my partner to the highest degree. Like, this the way I'm thinking. I'm like, bro, hell no. Now, another thing I had a problem with is if me and my partner decide to divorce, break up, whatever you want to call it, I would have to adhere to your demands and your orders on what I should do. And if I don't adhere to that, I can go to jail. If I don't pay her the amount of money you feel like I should pay her, or if I don't do X, Y, and Z that you feel like I should do, you can put me in jail, throwing me in the same system you threw a lot of our brothers and sisters in. Nah, I ain't giving you the control, the power, the opportunity to do so. Then I was thinking, when y'all make these orders or whatever, like the man got to pay this much, or y'all gotta split this and do that. You get more control over it than I get. And I'm in the damn relationship. I do think you and your partner should come up with some type of agreement. Like, y'all should agree to, okay, if we do break up, this is how we'll split things. This is how we'll adjust to things or whatever. Y'all should have that not only verbally agreed to, y'all should have it written down, get it notarized, stand by that. I do agree with that. Me and my woman agree with that. We was like, if we just divorce regularly, these are things we're gonna do. I ain't gonna go into detail right now, but these are things we're gonna do. If we divorce and we have a kid, this is how we'll take it. If we divorce and we have multiple kids, this is how we'll take it. So you do need that understanding for just in case, like just in case we do divorce. But to give somebody else, I take that back. To give somebody else control, or at least some degree of control over your relationship, not necessarily bad. If this other person got your best intentions, excuse me, like I said earlier, I don't believe the evidence is there that the court, the government, whoever have you, don't have the best intentions for us or our families. So I didn't feel comfortable. I still don't feel comfortable giving them that control, that power. It's just not smart to me. Now, another reason I disagree with it is because cultural traditions could mold the concepts of the people who adhere to the cultural traditions. What I mean by that, from looking into marriage, marriage has a beneficial and also a detrimental effect on society. The beneficial part is not hard to see. If you can't see the beneficial part, you intentionally like looking a certain way or looking through a certain lens that blinds you from the beneficial part. So I'm not even finna get into that right now. Cause like I said, if I do gotta get into that, I feel like you playing stupid. Marriage is definitely beneficial. And I'm not even talking about the real meaning of marriage, which we're gonna get into. I'm talking about our societal meaning of marriage. It still got beneficial qualities and aspects to it for sure. Now, the detrimental parts is the parts I'm gonna talk about right now, because I don't feel like those parts get enough media attention. Now, some of the things that would be detrimental to society for marriage is the parasitic nature that some societal institutions have over marriage. They will define it and use it and propagate it in a way to where it's beneficial to them to act as a parasite over the society. We know that marriage, at least what marriage is supposed to be, the unity between man and woman coming together, this is the most fundamental thing and important thing that culture goes through to build the strength of their culture, of their nation. Cool. So for somebody to just profit off of it, not necessarily bad. If you find a way to make money off some good and natural that occurs in your society, that's not bad. But if you try to do it in a way where it hurts the people, it's not as beneficial to the people, and you just don't give a damn how beneficial or detrimental it is to them just so you can continue to profit off them, that's the parasitic part of it. That's the part where I got a problem with and I disagree, because if I know I can corrupt the way you think about marriage, remember, the cultural traditions can change the concepts of people who adhere to the cultural traditions, excuse me, not conditions. But if I can change the way you perceive stuff, then I know I got a perpetual customer for generation after generation. So if we split the two, morality and just financial decisions, it would make sense financially to change the people concept and make them adhere to whatever definitions that you attach to marriage or whatever. So you continuously have customers generation after generation. Cause if I believe something, I hold it to be true. I'm gonna feed that into my kids. My kids gonna feed that into their kids. I'm gonna feed that into my friends. Oh, you get married like this? Oh, this say or that say, or this the way you supposed to get married. You feel me? So financially, it makes sense. But as a moral person, no moral person would agree to that. So let's go deeper into it. A lot of our brothers get married, and I don't even think, and I'm not knocking the sisters, but I think brothers care less about this. And I think this is more of a thing with the sisters. It might be a ring that costs $3,000, but a lot of our brothers don't got, bam, $3,000 to just give out willy-nilly. You feel me? Let me get back to stretching, goddamn, while I'm talking. But a lot of our brothers don't just got 3,000 to just, bam, throw out. So what do our brothers do? They'll use their credit card. They'll go into debt. Why? To make the sister happy. I understand it. But wait, can I see me good? I don't think so. Alright, bam. Like I was saying. Yeah, I understand it, but that's not intelligent. Now, like I said, I think the brothers care less about this, and they mainly just do it because they feel like it'll make the sister happy. So I feel like sisters, it's up to you to like stress that point to the brothers. Like, I want to put our financial security first, not a little one-time ceremony. I don't want to put all our money into this. I'd rather put all our money into building our future. But sisters, if you don't say that, then the brothers will just keep putting the perspectives they hear of other sisters or previous sisters that they was with, saying how important this ceremony is and how much money they want to spend on the ceremony. So if you don't stress the point that it's not that deep, then he don't know if it's that deep to you or not. So he would rather overachieve than underachieve. So like I said, if our brothers don't get this bread and they put it on their credit card, you go from spending $3,000 on the ring to $9,000 on the ring after you finally pay it off with interest or whatever. Then I'm thinking like this. Our people don't own the company. They go get the metal. They don't have rights over their metal. Our people don't have rights over the diamond. They don't own the company to go mine the diamond. Cool. Our company also don't own, I say our company, our people also don't own, let's say K Jewels or whatever, the people that take the diamond, take the metal, put it together, or take the finished product and resell it. But our people don't own it. So you mean to tell me I'm finna go spend X amount of money to people who not even my people? This how you know if you've been colonized or not. If you have cultures, traditions, holidays that don't benefit you, you've been colonized. If we look at some of the traditions, some of the holidays we got going on, do we benefit from any of them? Or are they all parasites to the black community? What do I mean by that? If we look at Christmas, okay, do we own the image of the Saint Nick person? Do we own the movies that get produced when it's Christmas time that everybody buy? Do we own the companies that sell the stockings or whatever? Like, do we own any of it? Do we own the gingerbread houses? You see what I'm saying? Like, do we have ownership over the things we participate in when it's time to celebrate these traditions? No. So what happens when it's time for these traditions? Money is taken out of our economic pocket and put into somebody else's economic pocket. So don't try to claim this holiday is your holiday. This is our holiday. No, your ass getting bamboozled. Not just you, our ass getting bamboozled. Then let's look at folks like the Jews or whatever. The Jews have certain holidays that benefit them. They would have a holiday that if they gotta buy this type of clothing, buy this type of food, like participate in these type of activities, they can only get these type of clothing, food, whatever, activities, whatever, from another Jewish person that provide their own culture with their own stuff. So the money leaving out of my individual pocket, but it's going in my brother pocket. It's going in my sister pocket. So it's still staying in our community. Why? Because they got culture, they got traditions, they got holidays, etc. that benefit them. That's intelligent. We can look at our African brothers and sisters, and we know they've been colonized too, but they still ain't been colonized as hard as we've been colonized, because we can look at their traditions. They got traditions where it's certain foods that you can only get from an African person. It's certain clothing, etc. you can only get from an African person. It's certain herbs and drinks and remedies they know about that's mostly between them. So to go get it, I gotta go to another African brother, another African sister. Understand me? So when they do cultural activities, it still benefits them. Now, you look at us. If we want to do something culturally, let's say 4th of July, do we own the fireworks? No. You feel me? Like, just simple stuff like that. Let's even go simpler than that. Let's talk about everyday activities. I ain't gonna say every, but a lot of households got the PlayStation, the Xbox, etc. Why? The concept behind it is a good concept. Man, you be with your brothers, be with your sisters at school. Man, y'all have a good time at school. Then y'all want to figure out how y'all gonna have a good time out of school. Y'all don't drive it, etc. Like, I'm talking about when you first start playing the game. Y'all don't drive yet. You probably don't even got a phone. Y'all don't stay in the same neighborhood to go outside. You're like, man, let's hop on the game together. Let's still build our bond at the crib on the game together. Bro, that's an amazing, beautiful concept. Cool. But do we own the PlayStation? Do we own the Xbox? No. So everything we do in our personal life, as far as culture, traditions, etc., benefits other communities and not ours. So I ain't gonna keep going down that hole because I want to jump back to marriage. But these are all the reasons I'm like, bro, I'm not feeding into this tradition. I'm not feeding into this culture. Now, I told you I am still gonna like bring everybody together. We are still gonna have a good time. We are gonna celebrate this marriage. But I'm not spending goddamn $30,000 on a damn marriage and $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 on a ring and all that. Bro, no. I'm gonna buy my woman a nice dress, whatever dress she like. Just show me the price band we're gonna pay for it. Cause me and my woman have a good understanding. She know not to go overboard. So whatever she decide, whatever she pick, I ain't even got a fact check behind her. I'm sure that she then compared the prices from this, that, and the third. She bought something she like and enjoyed. Bam, we're gonna go through with it. Buy me a nice suit. Bam, we probably do something in the backyard. We probably buy a little event space or whatever, a decent amount of money, enough to accommodate all our people. Bam, we're gonna get going from there. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna still celebrate it, but bro, we ain't going crazy. We ain't putting more money into this than we didn't put in our investment portfolio this year. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? So, bam, that's why I'm like, yeah, I ain't falling for none of that. But let's go into why I did change my mind and why I am gonna go through it legally, get married to her. So I was talking to a brother that's like a mentor to me, and I'm telling him this perspective. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna get married soon, but I'm not gonna, go to the court with it. And I'm thinking, I'm like, spend some real game. I'm really saying something. Woo. Bam. I'm reciting the knowledge that I recently got, all that. And he hit me with like 3 sentences. They're like, damn, so I did all this research and studying and on why I'm not gonna get married just for you to hit me with these 3 sentences and shut my argument up. It was like a humbling experience. But he was like, you get a driver's license to operate your vehicle to abide by the law. If you a CDL driver, you go get your CDL license to make that good money, to be recognized in your state in the law to legally do this, to not run into no legal troubles or whatever. If you're a security guard, you go get your guard license. If you're an armed security guard, you go get your armed guard license, etc. Bringing up different points. Cool. So he said, so why, when it comes to your woman, would you do less or not put in as much effort than you would just little stuff like a driver's license? If you will go through those things, those processes, those legal processes and licenses to get things that's less important than your wife, like a driver's license or, excuse me, whatever, security guard license. If you would do those things for that, why won't you go to the highest extent to show your unity between you and your wife? Now, remember what I just told y'all, like all these different reasons of why, which is sound reasons, smart reasons of why I wouldn't get married legally. But after he said that, we hung up, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, but all the points that I got, like these good points. But I'm trying to like find the middle ground between what he said and what I was saying. And the middle ground is the best solution, I think, in this situation. Damn, I ain't get it. Since I have the knowledge on the parasitic side of marriage and not marriage itself, because my spiritual leader, teacher, and guide taught me that marriage is not just saying I do and moving on from there and like, okay, now y'all married. Marriage is the oneness between male and female. So unless you're already one completely 100%, you're not married. If you're not 100% one yet, which I can guarantee you nobody watching this video right now or will watch this video in the future is completely one. Probably not even 1% of the population is, I got that one, is completely one. You know? So unless you already completely one, you're not married. Once you say I do, that's just the process to begin marriage, the process of marriage. But you're not married past tense. You're not already one. You just initiating that process. So when I say the parasitic side of marriage, I'm saying the way marriage is set up brought to us and set up around us today, not the real definition of marriage. Because marriage itself, the real definition, becoming one with your partner, there is no parasitic nature of that at all. The only parasitic part is the type of marriage we've been taught after we've been colonized. That's the parasitic part and the institutions around it. But I'm like, if I'm already studying the marriage, the positive sides and the negative sides, it's harder for me to fall into the parasitic traps. So I can still go get legally married and set the paperwork up, whether it's prenups, whether it's our own contractual agreement, X, Y, and Z, to where none of the things set up for our failure can affect me. So I can still go get married in the court of law. And from the research I've been doing, from the learning I've got, from the knowledge I got, the bad parts of it, the detrimental parts of it can't affect me. So that's the middle ground I got between the knowledge I got and talking to my big bro. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I want to honor my wife in such a way to where is no leaf left unturned. Is no leaf that, oh yeah, she happy with this marriage, but I didn't do this for her, or I didn't do that. Nah, I'm going to do everything, including the legal part of it, to honor her in the highest degree. But with the intelligence I've got, I'm going to honor her in that way and still not getting bamboozled by our enemy. You feel me? Still not fall victim to the traps that they set before us to put me in a bad spot or her in a bad spot later in life, or for them to continue to profit off us in whatever way that may be detrimental to us. You feel me? Now, let's go and wrap this video up because I do want to go to the store. cook the rest of my food I got in there. But let's wrap this up with the 5 different keys that helps us unite. Since that's what marriage is, not you just saying I do or whatever. What things really bring that oneness? The first thing, and I think the most important thing, is aligning y'all principles, beliefs, and values. I said this before. I don't think it's the best idea to have different ideologies, different principles, different religions, or whatever. I think the first step to just cut out a lot of unnecessary bull crap is aligning y'all principles and beliefs and morals all that together. You believe in some and she believe in something different, that might bring unnecessary troubles later down the line, especially when it comes to raising kids, how you want the kids to be raised, what school you want the kids to go to, what you want the kids to learn, when you want it to learn it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it'll cut out a lot of bull crap if y'all already know what y'all believe in, know how y'all gonna go about things. If y'all do disagree on something, have a mediator that y'all gonna go to, and that mediator might not even be a human individual. If y'all believe in Christianity, then this mediator might be the Bible. What does the Bible say about this? Then a lot of stuff in the Bible is written in allegorical language, so y'all might need a person that y'all agree to, that, okay, if we can read the same scripture and have different interpretations of the scripture, what person do we go to have a set thing that we can say, all right, even if I say go left and you say go right, if the person who we agree upon to be our mediator, who we agree with their knowledge or etc., if they say go right, even if I was saying go left, okay, cool, like, I'm gonna submit to this. You know what I'm saying? So y'all do need to have the same principles or whatever. Then secondly, I would say learn together. I feel like that's a big thing. Y'all have to continuously learn to grow. So what does learning together look like? Me and my woman, a few months ago, we talked about this conversation and she was like, yeah, like she down for it. I'm like, I don't know. Bam. We move on. Months and months later, we run across the same situation. But this time, it wasn't just me and her talking about it. The place we agree to, the people we agree upon, I was learning from them. And they brought up this conversation. They brought up this topic. And the way they brought it up was agreeing to what she was saying previously. And I'm like, okay, it hit me different. Like, not saying that my woman don't hold significant value when it comes to suggesting something. Not saying I don't listen to my woman, but at that point in time, I'm like, bro, I ain't really feeling it, you know? But when the other people came, the people who like my mentors came with that same topic, I'm hearing them talk about it. It resonated differently because at this point, it's not just just fun conversation. You and your woman just throwing out, suggesting stuff. It's like, nah, it's sound, logic, and reason, because they explain and like why this, that, and the third. When me and my woman was talking about it, it was just like, we just chopping it up. But nah, they was like really going into depth on it. Okay, cool. So after that conversation, I bring it back to my woman, tell her the logic that they had brought to me about it, and we decided to act on that situation accordingly. Now, same thing with my woman. Like, I might tell her something, she might take it a certain way. But if after I tell her some, the value system that we believe in also reinforce this, now she feel like more ready to dive into it. So, bro, when y'all like learn together, it really solidify whatever knowledge that's being brought into y'all relationship, and y'all have, I don't know if the word is motivation, but for lack of a better word, I use it. Y'all have more motivation and reasoning, I should say, to attack this goal. The third thing I would say, bro, stop arguing. A lot of people feel like, oh, when I get angry, I have to raise my voice. I ain't gonna lie, gang. When you start yelling, cussing, this, that, and the third, if you want her to do something and she wasn't doing it, then you start yelling, she damn sure not finna do it. I feel like if you yell in your relationship, you flat out stupid. That's 100% how I feel. There's no sugarcoating it. What are you yelling gonna do? If you want positivity out of your partner. You want them to do something for you because that's probably why you yelling. They doing something you don't want them to do and you want them to do something else. What do you think you yelling is gonna solve? If anything, bro, if they not listening to you, instead of going to this extreme and yelling, you need to go to this extreme, the exact opposite of extreme, and say, damn, I'm pissed off. But how do I say this in the best way possible to get my person to do what I want them to do? And 9 times out of 10, it's being sweet, it's being kind, it's being patient. Even if you have to say something more than once, but they're not a damn robot. That you're not gonna just put a program in them, they automatically start doing it exactly how you want them to do it. You might have to say the same thing over and over again. And yes, that might be annoying. Yes, that might be irritating. But as a grown ass woman, a grown ass man, you don't have enough respect for your spouse not to yell at them. You don't have enough self-control not to yell at them. Now, this sounds easy. Of course, this is something we all need to work on. But I feel like getting mad or whatever, that's one thing. You need to work on that too. Let's grow more patience for one another. I get mad at my woman sometimes. She get mad at me sometimes. But it never results in us yelling at each other. We get mad and be like, all right, babe, I don't want to talk right now. Like, give me a minute, cool. And she say, I don't give her enough time. Like, she say, give her a minute. I literally give her a minute, 5 minutes max. Man, I'm right back in her face. But, like, that's how we'll be. But yelling, cussing, come on, bro, you bogus if you do that. 4, I say yelling, principles, learning together. 4, I say make sure y'all have frequent checkups. Like, me and my girl have checkups at least once a month, sometimes twice a month. And we always started, I told her, let's do this. Let's start it with the positive. Let's not have a checkup and go straight into the negative. But I don't like when you did this. I don't like when you did that. Like, that'll make you not want to have damn checkups no more. You know? Let's start the checkup with positivity. Let's start it saying, but you know what? I like the way you did this last week or week before last. Like, this really made me feel good. Oh yeah, you ain't never did this before, but when you did that, I'm like, dang, like that was cool. Da da da. Then another thing, when you do that, it don't only reassure your partner, it make them keep doing a nice thing for you, because if they know you really enjoy it, let's say I tell my girl, man, babe, I really enjoy the way like you fix me sandwiches or whatever before work. Let's say she fixed them 3 times a week before work. After I say that, and now that's in her head, but it please her to please me. Like, it make her happy to make me happy, you know? So if she was doing it 3 times a week, but now she probably say, okay, he really liked the way I did that. He really like was grateful for that. Cool. He expressed his gratitude for that. I'm gonna do it 5 times a week, 6. I might do it every single day. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, but it help you out to put that positive reinforcement into your partner. Then after that, we get into all right, but I didn't like this. Okay, why didn't you like it? I didn't like it because of this, or I didn't like it because of that. Now y'all really growing that oneness because y'all able to understand how the other one think. Y'all able to understand what make the person go, what make the person stop. You see what I'm saying? So, bam, them checkups, those really are helpful to grow the oneness between one another. The last thing I'm gonna say, make sure you are continuously growing. And I know that's a cliche thing to say because everybody tries to grow, but we want to make sure we put maximum effort in this. Like me, for example, in my relationship, I'm gonna get up because this is the last point. I'm gonna wrap it up, y'all. But in my relationship, I primarily focus on the finances. Like, my girl, she like really just laid back, chill. Like, she like, bro, low key, whatever financial state we at, like, I'm cool with it, you know. So that's the mindset my girl is with it. Like, I'm like always trying to like reach the next zero in my bank account, you know. So since she not financially minded like that, I still push on to her, but I want you to push yourself in some area. We agreed to like food with her, like learning about food, the importance of food. I just bought 2 more books to add to our collection, and they talk about food, how to eat to live by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, books 1 and 2. So, that's she finna get ready to read. And by constantly growing, we constantly grow a respect for each other, because say after she read them 2 books and I want to eat some and she tell me, nah, babe, don't eat this because this got this in it. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said this about this. You know what I'm saying? So they make you want to listen to your partner more when your partner gain more knowledge and spreading that knowledge to you, and it increase the love y'all have for one another. Because how can I love you properly if I don't know how to love you properly? Which I was just gonna do 5, but that just made me think of something. 6, let's say, put law before love. A lot of us in relationships try to put the lovey-dovey emotional stuff over send the law down. No. In the Bible, Moses came before Jesus. What does this mean? Law came before love. So to have proper love for each other, we have to have a law in place, a system in place to properly grow this love. Let's say if my woman don't like me going to the strip club, being around all the big booty jets or whatever, I'm just making up an example. If we don't have certain laws and system in places, do's and don'ts, then even if I don't go to a strip club, I might come too close to the line where it's still uncomfortable and cause friction in our relationship. I'm gonna put an example like this. If I love my brother, do you think I can properly love my brother if my brother steals from me, if my brother lies to me, if my brother does X, Y, and Z detrimental things to me? No, I can't properly have a love for him if he don't abide by a certain law. Cause if he disrespects the law, or if there's no law there for him to disrespect, then he will do things that will cause conflict in the way me and my brother love each other. You see what I'm saying? So if me and my brother want to grow proper love between one another, we can't steal from one another. We can't do this, we can't do that to one another. Same thing in your personal, intimate relationship. Y'all have to have laws in place, and that law governs the love. That law give the love proper chance and opportunity to grow. Without law, there is no love. Now, I appreciate y'all tuning in to this episode of Don't Be a Viking podcast. Like I said, I'm gonna put it on the screen again. Bam, somewhere, goddamn, around here. Too many of y'all not subscribed. Only this many of y'all is subscribed. Come on, y'all. Let's turn it up. Let's get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. Share. If y'all mess with what y'all heard today, y'all think it'll help somebody else, make sure y'all share it. If y'all got a question about anything, want me to expound about anything, drop a comment. Then I'll make sure I respond to y'all. Then later on, I'll drop a video about it. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I'll holler at y'all in the next episode of the Don't Be a Viking podcast. Maybe we'll do it in my backyard again. I got to edit it and see how it'll look. I'll holler at y'all.